Hey, family. Hey, family. Family. Hey, family. Family. I meant to do this kind of quick. Okay. Bear with me. 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 Yes, I want my scarf back on. 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 All right, family, I'm back. Steve Copeland from the couch conversation. Steve Copeland from the couch conversation. BMore's baby. Real team talk show. Men's Mental Health Monday. I want to do this real quick. Okay. Men's Mental Health Monday. I'm gonna have to find a way to post this onto my my background when I do my prompts. Alrighty, trying to keep up with the time, everyone. Men's Mental Health Monday topic: healing the mind. Men, healing the mind. 5-step phase. It's a 5-step phase to healing the mind, which I asked Chat GBT to put in the prompt. Okay. First, what's up, Stevie? What's up, little Steve? What's up, little Stevie? All right. All right. First, family. And I'm talking to our men, and the women can listen too. Okay. I'm talking to the men, but the women can listen too. I don't have a problem with that. Okay. First step, acknowledge the pain, bros. Be honest about what you're feeling. Awareness is the first step to healing. Being aware. Second, release and let go. Release and let go. Let go of the past hurts, stress, toxic thoughts. You can't heal while holding on. You got to learn to let it go, family. Talking to our gentlemen. Number 3, renew your mind. Renew your mind. Fill your mind with truth, positive thoughts, and God's word. What you think, you become. This is powerful for the men. Because I was sitting up here thinking about this a little bit earlier, right? For some of y'all that like to say men ain't supposed to cry, I said every time I hear one of y'all say that, I'm going to tell you Jesus wept. Say it. And I'm going to tell you Jesus wept. Surround. Number 4, surround and seek support. You don't have to do it alone. Talk, connect, and learn. Lean on people who lift you up. And that's what I try to do a lot, family. I try to deal with people that can help build me mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Because sometimes I get drained myself. So I have to be around people, like-minded people, brothers, to feed me, encourage me, motivate me, help build me back up. Number 5, it says take action and keep growing. And that's all we could do, family. Anytime, brothers, we feel in a certain way or we going through certain things, my pastor said this, right? He said, go through it gracefully. And I said, you make me sick. I said that in my head, right? Because, see, I like to scream, holler, complain. And basically what he was saying, go through it in peace, gracefully. So now take action and keep growing, gentlemen. Build healthy habits. Set goals. And keep in mind. Keep moving. I'm sorry. I got to bring it down something. Keep moving forward. Progress is healing in motion. And I say this to family, whenever I'm feeling a little down and out, right, I go for walks. I got my little bar thing here. I'll do that. If I wanted to use my little foot piece, I'll use that. But I'm saying this, family, because at 64 years old, it's nothing like peace. When you try not to allow outside stuff to get the best of you. Understand where I'm coming from? Now, I ain't finished yet. I wanted to get that out the way. Because y'all know I'm going to make little small clips, right? So I wanted to get that right there out the way. The 5-step process for the men. So I'm going to move this back some so y'all can kind of read it. Because I think that's very, 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 very important, gentlemen. Now, as a recovering human being, this what came to mind last night, right? I'm talking with God. I'm like, Lord, give me some stuff that, I can share with our people, with the gentlemen. You know what? For a lot of people that likes to lift everybody else up, to like answer prompts and stuff like that, God told me, he said, who can better talk about you than you? Who can better share their life experience, how they were struggling with certain things in life, and how they did the work to come up out of it? Share your steps. Share your process. Who can better do that than you? So, in saying that, I have to pray for his strength and his courage to go inside my brothers and look at self. If it's anything based around relationships, I got your back. If it's anything around being dishonest and cheating and all this stuff, I got your back. Because I played those roles. And when I talk about certain things out my mouth, I'm talking about stuff that happened over 12 years ago. I'm not practicing those behaviors now. I'm only saying that, family, because sometimes when I open up my mouth and I say certain things, people think I'm talking about practicing or living that way now. No. It was told to me to make it clear, but sometimes I forget. When I talk about certain behaviors, mark my words, it was over 12 years ago. Now, with our brothers, y'all know I had to start watching because I'm a diabetic too. So I had to start watching what I eat, brothers. I'm down to 190 pounds. I used to weigh over 300. I just finished eating before I came up here. I normally eat around 4 o'clock, and then I'll take a walk to try to be back to do this by 6. I'm just sharing with y'all, brother, this thing that I do. I have several books, Bible-wise. I don't read too many other people's stories because I can tell my own. I had to build my brothers' courage and confidence within myself. So a lot of times, family, when y'all hear me talk and you want to go and say, oh, that's his pride, that's his ego, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. And if you're saying it, sometimes you might say it in a negative way. But now understand, you talking about a brother that used to be evil, nasty, and mean. I ain't like that today. You get it? So now when you hear a brother like me talk and share my personal experiences, I'm only sharing with you what I used to do. That's not what I'm doing now. So it's helping people to recover. You get it? So brothers, Monday is Mental Health Monday. I open up my platform for any males that want to come up, talk about where they at, what's going on with them. So you can have a way of releasing yourself, talking about certain things, getting that pressure off you. Because I know how important it is, bro. I know how important it is to be able to talk about yourself and to be around another man that can really understand where you coming from and won't judge you for it. It's nothing like it. Telling you, it's nothing like it. Now, let me do this too, because I'm looking at my time frame, family, because like I said, I got to make little clips. So I want to talk about basically the 12 steps, brothers. I'm going to share about the 10th step, the 11th step, and the 12th. And I'm going to read them off to you, right? The 10 steps talk about keep taking an inventory. Just taking a look at yourself. Seek spiritual growth daily. Talking about prayer and meditation, brothers. Then it said carry the message. And what I had to understand, let me bring this down so y'all can see me. What I had to understand, right? Taking a daily inventory, right? So what I have to do when I say taking a daily inventory, I gotta sit still. Watch me, brothers. You can watch it too, sisters. That's no problem. I gotta sit still. I gotta take a good look at my day. That's taking an inventory, right? You sit quiet, trying to get into that meditative mode. You sit quiet, right? Now, when I got up, I thank God for another beautiful day that He put in my life. A day that I will never, ever get to see again. So now this is evening, right? So what I do from the time I got up, I got to take a look at Steve. Did I say anything or do anything to hurt anyone? Not just that, myself too. Don't get it wrong, myself. Did I say anything or do anything to hurt anyone that I might need to go and apologize to? Now, let me share this too. When you're looking at your life, to have peace in your life, watch where I go with this. To have peace in your life, and I'm talking about by way of the Spirit. It's the Spirit what gives the man in me the peace. It's not my wife. It's not my kids. It's not my grandkids. Whenever I feel uncomfortable about something, it's the Holy Spirit that I seek for the comfort where I feel uncomfortable at. So now I'm taking that inventory. And in the process, you hear me running off at my mouth, right? You hear me running off in my mouth, right? That's called prayer. Communicating with God. Prayer is actually communicating, talking with God. I'm not around a crowd of people. So when I say this is one-on-one between me and God or the Spirit, right? So I'm talking to the Spirit as I'm doing an inventory of myself. And if it's anything inside of me that I need to go and straighten out, He'll send me that answer. That's called prayer, communicating with God. Meditation. Is sitting here listening for His answer. It's not about man. Okay? It's not about women. Okay? When you're going through certain changes in life and your spirit is not at peace, that's why I say healing the mind. And your spirit is not at peace, you have to find you a place where you can quiet down. Look deep within yourself. If you're feeling angry about something, let it go. If you're feeling disappointed about something, let it go. But you got to recognize it for what it is in order to let it go. Sometimes I know I can say things out my mouth. It's not intentionally, y'all. And I keep telling people over and over, because of who I am in Christ, and it's not being smart, I look at myself as a fighter, as a warrior for Christ. My mouth is my biggest weapon for the body of Christ, gentlemen. I stand firm on my morals, on my values, on my principles. This is how God created me. I'm bold. I'm strong. I'm tough. And some other stuff get ready to come out. I can be a crybaby. I can be a wimp. Because while I was saying all that, the little baby almost kicked in. I could, but guess what? I'm still a man. I'm still a human being. You get it? With feelings and emotions, good and bad. I'd rather feel good all the time. What's up, money? I'd rather feel good all the time. That's not the reality of life. Some days I feel like I'm walking on water, gentlemen. And it seemed like when I take my eyes off the Spirit, what Peter did, took his eyes off of Christ and he sunk. Catch it. Keep your eyes on your higher power. Keep your eyes on that power greater than yourself. I'm talking about something that's more energetic and more powerful than you. You could not tell me I wasn't a man when I was out there. I made stuff happen. Look at this face right here. And every time I talk a little bit like that, I go back there. Come on. I'm the one that put the package up. I'm the one that was the mean, nasty person. But when God stopped me on my road, gentlemen of destruction, what he did, he stopped Paul. He stopped Saul on the road of Damascus, right? Damascus, destruction. What was he on his way to do? Come on, I'm telling y'all, scripture come to life. I'm like, oh my God, Saul. Because normally, keep in mind, when people doing corrupt stuff, they have a nickname. Saul was the rough side doing destructive stuff. Once God closed his eyes, the same way y'all will hear me say it all the time, brothers. I was once blind, but now I see. I was once lost, but now I'm found. Because I'm not lying. Check it out. Some people might say certain things, right? But they really, I was once blind, but now I see. Do you think I want to go back to that bull crap? Do you think I want to go back with 33 years? January the 26th, I have God's will, 34 years from that destructive lifestyle. Yes, I'm bragging, I'm boasting, I should. For people that like to tell you, when you have confidence in yourself, when you have gained courage, when you have gained integrity, but then you show it, it shows in the way you carry it. And then people want to make you look bad and say, oh, that's his pride, that's his ego and all that. You're goddamn right. I remember when my self-esteem was real low. It ain't like that no more. That's what y'all need to look at. Woo! I'ma tell ya. He might be drinking that coffee with French vanilla, sugar-free cream. It ain't Thunderbird today. Listen, gentlemen. I used to use those things to sedate my feelings. Not just the smugs and the alcohol. Women was a big addiction for me too, bros. That's why I pick with y'all a lot. And I say I'm a retired sugar daddy. And I think a lot of y'all miss it. I was an older man. While I was younger than this. Dating them. Ran about 20. Some of them did not know I was old enough to be their father. Because I looked it younger. They didn't. And when they found out, it was like, Dad, you old enough to be my father. But no matter what, the way I treated them, movies, dinners, jewelry, hair done, toes done, feet done, I was woo-wooing them. A lot of times, gentlemen, and I know y'all understand, they did not want to be with me physically. You get it? But I knew what it took to get them across that line. A lion, or what is that tiger that's on the hunt? And I tried to help some people understand that the other day, gentlemen. That's how I was. I would go out and prowl. I seen my target. I went for. The majority of them had boyfriends too. I was the hack man. I was big unk, but I was taking their girls out. Come on, bros. I'm just being honest with you. That's why I want y'all to learn to be honest with Big Unk. I was a no good, rotten son of a sea biscuit. Lord Steve, if you down there listening, you know Daddy is so proud of you. I don't know who your father is, Steve, but he did a good job in raising you, son. Junior, he's nothing like his father was. My children hear my story more now. The life that I used to live before they was born, they hear it more now when they tune into what their father's talking about. I had to raise Steve totally different. Respecting women, brothers. Even though my mother raised me, I was fed some unhealthy information, brothers. I was fed some unhealthy information growing up. It's a poor rat, and I'm the rat that had one hole to run in and out of. So I was married. I had a woman over there. I had a woman over there. I had a woman over there. I even had a woman when I was married first, my first marriage, in the house down the street. I was trying to take care of two houses. Y'all know they got expensive, right? See, I can talk like that on here. This is my talk show. Okay? To thy own self be true. You can go and lie and you can play with everybody else. But one thing I learned in this present family, to thy own self be true. You get it? Matter of fact, that's in the Bible. I had to learn to thy own self be true. I was a no good, rotten, blackity black, catch it. Just read in between it, right? Because while I'm restreaming over here, I'm restreaming too on TikTok. So I have to watch what I say for the TikTok community, right? I don't want them to block my stuff. But the good part about it, TikTok, I'm live streaming up 8 other platforms. You all make 9. And I started streaming TV back over again. So I could start sending clips over there. And they can be broadcast. Family, I love what I do. I want to share this too with my brothers, right? Hey, Corey. I came out of school in the 10th grade. I got a 9th grade education. I was proud. I came out of school in the 10th grade. I bragged about that, right? Until my ex-wife made it clear to me. She said, that's why you got a 9th grade education. That was the last grade I completed. I almost beat her up. She was right, but it hurt my feelings because I was bragging about coming out in the 10th. But I realized when I came out of school in the 10th, my vocabulary stopped right there. As you in school-wise, right, I'm talking to our children. They teach you, I'm going to say from 5 to 10, basically. You're learning certain things at that age. Then when you hit like, I'm going to say maybe 12, 13, 14, 15, your words begin to change a little bit. You know, be more, can I say intellectualized, right? Can I say that? Now, I have to keep stuff plain and simple. because my vocabulary is not that extensive. I try not to use words that I don't really know the meaning of, because I could put it in the wrong sentence. You get me? So I have to keep it simple. And if I say certain things out my mouth and it flies right over your head, that's because I'm keeping it simple. And your intellect might be, I know, 9 times out of 20 better than mine. So you at a certain level where your comprehension with me will throw you off. I'm telling you. You're like, what the heck did he say? I'm telling you. And I got to that point in my life, family, when I realized it. I'm a very, 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 very smart and intelligent man. But it's not by education. It's by personal experience, bros. I started my own LLC. I started my own housing program. I became a community activist. I became a community organizer, community journalist, a homeless advocate. And the reason why I'm saying this, because I take my personal experience, brothers, from the old days and help people build a better way of life. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. I use my own failures and how I was able to overcome, brothers, to help others. And I'm going to tell y'all right now in Baltimore City, when it comes to Baltimore City, I don't play. I don't play. I done a lot for us to help reduce the crime in Baltimore City. I'm one of the ones, family, that helped them get that $15 minimum wage pays. I spoke on it twice. Once in Baltimore City and once in Annapolis, and we got it passed. I'm one of the ones, gentlemen, that helped try to get that plane up over Baltimore City. And the reason why I was fighting to help them get the plane up over Baltimore City, because I was sick and tired of our young men taking each other down. That's why I risked my own life. You get it, bro? I was a part of the chaos and the confusion, the mayhem with the package in the streets. So now God said, I need you to go back and help my people. I need you to create programs to reach my people. This is not a joke for me. It's not. My heart goes out to the people. We fought to get the plane here. They denied the plane, but we ended up getting it here. It's supposed to stay for a year. A lot of y'all didn't know. The Arnolds was the one that paid for the plane to be here, not y'all tax dollars. It was the Arnolds. Y'all didn't know. Not only did they pay for it to be here for a year, when we went down City Hall to argue about the plane, I found out they paid for it to be here for 3 years. The Arnolds are philanthropists. and they help inner city marginalized communities to grow. I was reaching out to them for the housing program, and eventually I probably will again. The Latanya D. Copeland House of Hope. Temporary to permanent housing. I want the women to look at this. I want you to look at this. Next time I'm on the panel, and y'all want to sit up there and say, all men, and y'all want to say, all men, all men. One, I want to say this, I didn't sleep with you. I slept with a lot of women. But if you judging all men, and this is vice versa, men, if you judging all women for the women that you got hurt by, you need to go get some counseling. Okay? Because I can tell y'all right now, and y'all already know it. All men and all women are bad. It's the ones we allow in our life. I'm telling you. Because I had to look at that, right? You got to look at it. And then I'm look where my hand at. Look, gentlemen, queens. I'm like, Steve, what is wrong with you? Why are you allowing these unhealthy women in your life? You only attract what you are. You get it? And it's not that they unhealthy, don't get it wrong, because everybody come with stuff. It's how you work it. I realized that too. Pay attention to what Big Unc's saying. I realize I don't care if you boyfriend, girlfriend, committed, married, it takes work. You got two different people, two individuals. And I'm going to tell y'all this right now, brothers and sisters, stop trying to mold and shape that woman. Stop trying to mold and shape that man. I did it. And my butt ended up in therapy. Because what you're doing, you still in their independence. You meet them, you find them attractive, y'all dating, y'all courting, y'all might go, well, we gonna hook up. All of a sudden, I don't want you wear that, I want you wear that. Heck no, keep wearing it. That's what turned me on to you. See, I need that fire outside so we can burn up in the bed. Come on, that's the problem. Y'all be sitting there like, I don't like this, I don't like that. That's your problem. I did the same thing. That's why I'm saying it, family. I did. It's called, gentlemen, women, Codependency No More. Melanie Beatty wrote that book. She in recovery. Now, I read that book over 30 years ago. I didn't realize, for a lot of us with a great heart, for a lot of us that's truly loving, caring, kind, considerate, and want to give it back, sometimes we give it to the people that don't really deserve it. And then we wonder what's wrong. But then look, I had to stop this too, family. The house, the car, the jewelry, blah, 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 blah. My ex. It was a lot of work there. But one thing, I was with a strong, powerful, independent woman, just like myself. And we clashed. She raised her brothers and sisters. I raised mine. But when it came to us, it was like, row, 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 row. But when it came to the family, we got your back. We ain't play. My first wife, she always been there. Been knowing her for 46 years. My second wife, been knowing her now for almost 28. But you know what I learned to respect, family? I'm a very, very powerful individual. Strong, powerful man. And guess what? She's a very, very independent, strong, powerful woman. When I first met her brothers, I'm 15 years older than my ex-wife, so y'all better not say nothing. She was 21, I was going on 36. Okay. And I sung that song to girl, I get your hair done, I get your feet done, I get your nails done. I was singing that song to her. Bam! She said, I don't need no man to take care of me, I can take care of myself. I was like, ah! Turned me on. I was caught up. She was the only person. Ladies, listen. I'm used to courting you, dating you, dance, doing what we do and bang, 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 bang. She had me wait 6 months. And I respect that to the utmost because she didn't just let me jump in. And that kind of taught me she don't give it to everybody. It's more like you got to work for it. Respect. Me and my son was riding together, right? And he went up the street where his mother was living at when I met her. Boy, I said, I remember when your mother, I came over here to see your mother, boy, and that boy. He was like, Dad, cut that out. You know why I'm saying that? Because I never bragged and boasted around little Steve about women. And the reason why I'm saying that, right, I never told little Steve this. Boy, do this one, do that one, do this one, do that one, do this one, do that one. No, gentlemen. Now I'm going to share this. My father, I ain't have a father in my life. Little Steve was 16 years old and got a girlfriend. I guess him and his mother had to talk. And she said, go talk to your father. I took my son to get the condom, to get the condom. I was trying to watch it with TikTok family. And guess what? I knew he needed the big ones because he was big when he was little. Y'all know how that felt. I never had, now I'm talking about not having a man in my life to work with me in that sense. And I'm taking my son to get a condom. And on top of that, I had to make sure they was big enough. Man, that brothers, that was amazing feeling. Love you, Lord Steve. And I tell my son all the time, he's my hero. You know how we look up to our fathers as our role models? That's little Steve to me. I'm telling you, and I tell Steve all the time, you is my superhero. Steve don't live nothing like his daddy or act, basically, right? Like his father did. He played soccer. He finished school. He went to college. When he finished school, family, I felt like it was me that graduated. When he graduated from high school, matter of fact, he was at Mount Carmel. We ended up putting him in the Catholic school, private school. When he graduated, I felt like that was me. Gentlemen. Woo. Then he went on to college. Guess who took him to some of the colleges? Me. for his what's that intake, or when they interview you, when they bring you in, even to Stevenson's college. Come on, y'all! I came out in the 10th grade. My 25-year-old daughter finished school, went to college, got her bachelor's of art degree in criminal justice. Her father's a community activist. Her father's a community organizer. She's working in a law firm. Sound kind of familiar, don't it? She's getting ready to go back to college to become a lawyer. Look, she got her own place. She got her own car. She got her own insurance. Do you think I want my daughters to be with anybody for the way their mother and I raised them? Very, very independent women. And I know a lot of you brothers will get offended because she's a very, very responsible woman. Not just her, my 27-year-old daughter got her own place. And a 2-year-old. She been on her own since she was 18. My thing is, I just want her to meet somebody that can match her mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and financially. Don't get it wrong. I don't want you to live up off of my daughters. Okay? And a lot of men that I hear on TikTok, y'all get intimidated by that. Do y'all know how that makes me feel as a responsible, productive man who used to do a lot of cut ball stuff, who had to teach his daughters to watch out for people like me? Men. And my daughter asked me one day, gentlemen, because she know I date younger ones. She's like, Dad, how would you feel if I dated an older man? I said, I really, man. The reason why I said that, I take care of women. I take care of women. And if he's the type that's going to make sure you okay, I ain't got no problem with that. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. But then if he's trying to dictate her life, mold her and shape her, we're going to have a problem. Let her be who she is. You don't want to. Please pay attention. Still that person's independence. That can become a big fight with us too. Because they had their own personality, right? And thank you, Bishop. My bishop did this. He said, she's an individual. You are an individual. Different personalities, different lights, whatever, stuff like that, right? Two different people. He said the two individuals, because God should already be there. See, a lot of us look at it, the two shall become one under God, which is actually true, but the two that he made clear to me to help me understand, she's her own individual. That's one. You are your own individual. That's two. The two personalities or the two individuals is what comes together as one. And it blew my mind when he said it. She should be able to go out and enjoy her life, have fun. I'm talking about with her girlfriends and all that, right? Because she got her own life to live. The same with me. Then when I come home and we sit down and talk, she go, how was your day? Oh, my day was fine. I did this, I did that, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm sharing my time with her. Now, this the problem. Ain't no woman try to get fresh with you, did they? Huh? Now you want to ruin, I'm telling you about a beautiful day. And you want to throw the monkey bar in. Women, I'm not just talking about y'all, because I know men do it too. And this is a personal experience, right? I had to understand, love her for who she is. I'm a well-dressed man. I love to dress, and they can tell you that. My ex-wife loved to dress too. My daughters love to dress too. Anytime little Steve want dress clothes, we go shopping together. Because he mainly wear his soccer stuff. He's casual. But anytime it's something special going on and he need a suit and a tie, I take him. Or I say, grab one of the jackets right there. Now I went to give him a jacket because I had two that came in, but he, I'm a little older and flashy. He ain't want it. I was like, all right. But look, gentlemen, I ain't trying to lose you, but check it out. Healing the mind. Healing the mind. If my mind was full of chaos and confusion, my children would be messed up. And it's not to say they don't have the little issues, right? Because they're dealing with life. But for the most part, they call dad, I'm going to listen. And if I can throw in a solution, a working solution, I'm going to do it. If they take it, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine. But for the most part, dads, the door is open. And if I can't, by sharing something with them, to help them understand what to do, for the most part, right, I'm going to use this word right here. As a God-fearing man, trials and tribulations comes to make us strong, right? Trials and tribulations come to make us strong. So now, when they are going through certain things, and I know they spiritually bound, I know it's God teaching them certain things, preparing them for the next step in their life. I didn't lose you, did I? Trials and tribulations, challenges, storms, mountains, molehills, they come. It happens. It's life. It's how you work around it. How you talk to that sucker. Get out of here. I ain't got time for it. You hear me, bros? Because sometimes I'm telling y'all, listen, bro, I'm telling you. That's why, and I know a lot of y'all might can't see it on my TikTok because I got that background up. But over there, that's why I took that picture down that I had here. Because my whole goal, and it's now, I'm a recovering addict. Keep in mind, I'm a recovering addict. My journey is spiritual. I'm an ordained deacon, but I call myself a minister for Christ. My mouth is my biggest weapon. That's why I speak the way I do. And I will get loud. And I get real loud. And people be like, why are you so loud? Part of my passion. But I get loud. I tell you that. I don't need a mic. All depends on how big the area is. When Jesus spoke, Jesus' voice echoed. When he spoke to the crowd, he was speaking areas where his voice would carry. So I speak, and my voice carry. And a lot of people will feel, and I don't want you to do that, never feel inferior or intimidated by me. Please don't do that. One thing about Steve, And as a community journalist, whatever happens in the community, I can go out and I will investigate certain things myself, at least get enough information that I can talk about. The Noel case, I follow Don Lemon. I follow Ern Paneras. He's in DC. They are reporters, independent reporters. Certain things I might hear them say, I'll go to fact check and check it. I'll go to Snoop and check it. I can even ask AI. And guess what? If AI sends you the wrong information, you can send it back to them and they'll correct it. Say, yeah, I apologize for that. This is such and such and such. It's like you talking to another human being. We are no different. This is what happens. The same way data is put into the system, court papers are put into the system. It's recorded for them to be able to put that stuff back out. Yes, some of it might be a little bit off track, because somebody said, like, well, Carmela's appeal was approved. People putting stuff out that's not true. So I went and I sent AI something. Because my goal is, as a community organizer, community human rights advocate, all that. If I'm saying, there's just so many daggone titles, that's all they are. Just so many. But the goal is, I wouldn't have never found him guilty. Because I seen where he was trying to defend himself. Even before all of this actually came out. And I'm going to say this again, parents, because I'm going to get right in this. When I get to my hour here, I'm going to end this, and there's 3 more minutes. I switched it from 6 to 7. Now, I'm sorry the young man lost his life. If a person warned you that I have something, and if you come, and he just wasn't talking to him, he was talking to them, watch what I do. And you gonna go anyway? See, people not looking at that. He walked into it. Why would you walk into something that somebody had? Or even if you didn't see it, why would you go close enough? See, this is the stuff we got to look at. Why would I, knowing you might have something to slice me or whatever, poke me, why would I come close to you enough for you to do it? And you know what people do when you ask them that? Well, he wasn't supposed to have it on him. No, why he go to him? Well, he wasn't supposed to have it. Cause yes, it was. If he chooses to carry it, he can carry it. Although it wasn't supposed to be on school property. I got that part. But if you think I got something and I'm going on school property and I'm just keeping it in my bag, I'm going to just go ahead. Yeah, I might. I don't know. I love y'all. Gentlemen, healing the mind. When I say I do a 10-step inventory of myself, that means I got to look deep within inside of me. That's basically like right now. Just take that look for the day. When I begin to talk and say things, prayer is communicating to God. That's how I talk with God when I pray. is communicating, then I have to shut up and listen for his message. We have a tendency of praying, and we don't sit still long enough to listen for the answer. Sometimes, the majority of the times, if I don't get that answer right then and there, through meditation, I keep my mind open. I keep my spirit open, because he'll bring it through one of y'all. I love y'all. And prayerfully, tomorrow at 6 o'clock, I'll be back on. Take care, family.